Oh, this is a good one. Knowing me, what type of person would you like to see me end up with?
Cause I'm single, y'all. In case y'all I didn't say nothing.
Just to remind viewers here.
I'm single.
This one.
I'm ready.
I watch my soul rise up.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm joined by my friend Jinghua. I don't think anyone has ever really truly seen Jinghua's face in like the light. It's always like when we're out partying or something. But this is Jinghua. We've been friends for almost
a bit over 2 years, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it would have been 3 years, but Jinghua is leaving me. Jinghua doesn't love me anymore, so.
I'm sorry. You can come visit.
But we've been friends for almost 3 years, and Jinghua's leaving, so I figured it would make sense for us to do an official video together. So we're going to be mukbanging, and we're also going to be asking each other questions, like awkward or funny questions to each other, and yeah, that's what we're going to be doing.
Okay, so there's no rules about like how I eat.
No, there's no rules.
Like,
however you want to be seen on camera eating is how you can eat. That's
right.
how you can eat.
It's not like some kind of challenge where I have to eat without my hands or something.
No. Like, no surprise, this is actually a spaghetti eating contest. Do you think you'll make more money going back? Because I feel like I'm also topping out, like as far as what I can make and like what I can do here.
I think possibly, but then probably not. Like, I don't think my standard of living in terms of, like, you know, being able to spend money on food and drink and whatever is going to improve because stuff's more expensive there. And it just costs more to live. But I'll probably be a bit healthier, I think, back in Melbourne. Like, I think I'll probably get more exercise, you know. The air isn't trying to kill you. The water's not trying to kill you. Yeah, you can drink water out of the tap, shit like that. So I'm kind of looking forward to that part. And I think, I guess, like, I don't know, most expats working in China are, like, pretty privileged in terms of even if you've got, like, an entry-level English teaching job, you know, you're still making, like, above average wage, probably, in Shanghai. So you can sort of, like, you can eat out a lot, you can get cabs. Like, I would get a taxi, like, once a year in Australia, you know. I would, like, get my friends to drive me to the airport because it's, like, expensive to get a taxi. Whereas here, I can do that without thinking about it. But yeah, in terms of having, like, a more settled life, I don't know, just all sorts of things, like being able to go to the doctor and know what they're talking about and not be like, what is happening? Why am I having, like, this test? Why are they drawing so much blood? What is going on? You, obviously.
Of course.
My grandmother, so I'll be back as well, because my grandma's here. Yeah, my grandma, the food, just the fact that it's always, like, exciting and changing all the time, even though that can be a bit, like, frustrating or, like, a bit too much sometimes. It's a bit overwhelming to walk down a street and be like, oh, all the shops that were here last week are just all gone. Alright, let's do some questions.
We have this game.
What if I get one of yours? I mean, what if I get one of mine?
Okay, well, we'll just separate them. We'll separate them.
We have a hat.
I have a hat with my questions, and then Jinghua's questions are here. So wait, why don't we just, like...
Are yours filthy? I bet yours are filthy.
No, mine are not filthy.
Okay. Alright. Just
mine are nice.
Questions. Okay, yours are nice. Alright, let's see. First impression meeting me. Okay. My first impression meeting you. I remember the first conversation we had was about writing, and so I was like, oh cool, this person's a writer, like we can talk about that. But yeah, I did feel you were quite, like, guarded or distracted or something. We were talking to this other person as well. It was at a bar. It was like raining outside. People were playing beer pong. But yeah, the three of us were talking, and I kind of felt like you either weren't really interested in the conversation or you didn't want to talk to the other person or something. But then I feel like then, you know, we were talking about writing and trying to get work as writers and freelancing and stuff. And I feel like once you were talking about, you know, like the stuff you'd done and what I'd done, we kind of got along better. Like, we connected more. But yeah, I don't remember like what you looked like or anything actually, like how your hair was then.
I'm just gonna say, why are butches and tees? Why are butches and tees? I guess tops.
Yeah, or like the way Chinese
tomboys.
Yeah.
Okay, why are butches and tomboys hotter than cis guys? Because well, okay, so first off, my mind actually goes to trans men when I think of this, but I think I like butches because it's kind of like, I want to say the best of both worlds or something. It's like I can get like that, some of that masculine energy without a lot of the misogyny sometimes. That don't always happen, trust. And I like women, but I also like some of the, I don't know, like the markers of manhood. I don't know, like I want to say like muscles. I don't know, like maybe I like the look okay, so I like the look of men in general, but I don't like dating them or being like intimate with them. So I think that's why I like butches, because I can kind of get that, some of that look and some of that personality sometimes without actually having to mess around with a cisgendered biological male. Do you think the queer scene here has gotten smaller?
No, I think we've got older and more antisocial. I think the scene is just as big. We're just like kind of bitter and old, you know? We're like, we don't want to meet these 23-year-olds.
Oh gosh.
We're like, we can't go drinking on a Monday. I have a job. Like, I think that it's our attitude that's changed. I think the scene's as big.
You do?
Maybe not. I don't know. There are some really cool people here. But yeah, it is also, I think, yeah, my girlfriend was saying, like, the longer you're here, the less you feel inclined to meet someone who just moved here last month, you know? Like, it's kind of boring doing the intro thing with someone.
And they're always asking the same questions.
Yeah.
It's like always like a teachable moment.
If money were no object, what would you do for a living? Well, I would probably be a writer. Yeah, I think that.
Still.
Yeah, because it doesn't make a lot of money, but yeah, I think if I didn't have to write for money, I would also be doing different writing. I would just write like, well, I would write a book, either a novel or a non-fiction book. If I didn't have to think about it, you know, about paying bills with it, I think I wouldn't. You know, I think the way that we write is very like it
to make money.
Yeah, what you can sell like definitely affects what you pitch, and you know, you got to pitch to certain publications and they have their own agenda and their own style, and usually, you know, most of the pieces I can manage to pitch and sell are like, you know, maybe 600 to 5,000 words. Like, I feel like I never have the opportunity to write something like big. So if I were, yeah, if I like somehow, I don't know, came into a pile of cash, I would probably write a whole book.
Someone asked me some silly shit the other day. I was telling them about my new movie, and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna go there and like write books?" And I'm like, "And starve? Like this is in 1954? No, I'm gonna go there and like do real writing work, like write books." It's like, no, I'm not going to write books.
Yeah, I think even if I could sell a book, it would be different, like thinking about trying to sell it compared to if I didn't have to really worry about it. Like, obviously I would still want people to read it, so I'd still want to write something that had an audience, but yeah, I think it's just like the starting point would be really different. God, what type of person? I don't know, just someone, I think, genuine and lovely, who's doing interesting things with their time. I don't feel like I have a more specific idea than that, you know, of like what they would be doing or what they'd look like or how old they'd be or anything like that. But yeah, I feel like you want something serious. So maybe you want someone who is
older?
Not necessarily older, because I don't think older people necessarily are more serious, right? But like someone who kind of knows themselves quite well, knows what they want out of a relationship, doesn't necessarily have to have like a super stable life, but has maybe like some direction in where they want to be, who appreciates you, you know, on a lot of levels. Maybe it'd be cool if they were like creative and you could, you know, connect about stuff you're doing, but also like give each other space to be, you know, doing your own projects. Yeah.
There are three things that I like about Jinghua. I feel like mine are gonna be all surface levels. Like, okay, I think Jinghua is smart, obviously very creative, very cool, a good dancer, just nice and fun to talk to and hang out with, just a overall cool person. I think, yeah, I would say those are the things.
I'm cool, guys. Tell my mom.
Yes, and yeah, very progressive as well. Very progressive. I think that I think that it's interesting that I feel like maybe I don't want to say our politics are so different or whatever, but I feel like there's things about us fundamentally that are so different, but we get along really well as friends, even though we're so different on some things.
Yeah. I actually think it's not our politics that are different. I feel like our values can be quite similar, but I think our personalities are very different in like what we need from the world or from people, or like something, especially like from relationships. Yeah. But that's interesting. It keeps it interesting.
I think I've discovered that I'm demisexual. Do you know what that is?
I think you just want like a relationship and you keep getting involved in things that are not really relationship material.
Well, I'm writing a whole fucking article for Madame Noir about being demisexual.
Okay,
so
well, I guess I
gotta drive this shit home.
All right.
No, but no, I really do think that, like, I really do like more of a emotional connection. And the things that I've read about demisexuality I feel like maybe I'm like, if there was a spectrum, I would be like over.
But I just feel like, okay, this is a label that I'm like, I understand the point of labels is that, you know, they're useful to people because they help them find their community and whatever else. But I feel like demisexual is a label where I'm kind of like, that sort of assumes that everyone else, or everyone who's not demisexual, has a very particular, like, relationship to sex. And I feel like everyone, you know, wants, like, different acts of physicality and intimacy for, you know, a range of reasons that is like bigger than just like emotion on the one side, like pure physical pleasure on the other, you know, and also that it's like more situational. Like there might be times that, you know, any person is like up for a one night stand or up for something that is, you know, for the sake of all sorts of like different emotional or like social reasons that don't quite fit into those things, and that it doesn't, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like a bit iffy about it for what it implies about the reasons why everyone else is having sex. It implies.
So maybe I'm not demisexual. I think I just still feel like from my research, I might be on the cusp of it, like demisexual or something, like mini demisexual or something. But I definitely don't think that I need sex as much as the other people do. I only think I even actually only want to have sex now because I feel like I should or whatever, because like it's something that I should do now that I'm single or something. Maybe I'm not demisexual. I think I just still feel like from my research, I might be on the cusp of it, like demisexual or something, like mini demisexual or something. But I definitely don't think that I need sex as much as the other people do. I only think I even actually only want to have sex now because I feel like I should or whatever, because like it's something that I should do now that I'm single or something.
Yeah, I think that's true as well, that I think like sexual identities exist, you know, in relation to what is, you know, normal and expected in a culture. So maybe like there is a need for that because, you know, so much of like our culture is hypersexual, but then at the same time so much of our culture is also slut shaming. It's just both of those things are happening at the same time.
All right, so this is probably one of the last times you'll see Jinghua, who is leaving me. That's the narrative. It's not like going to like greener pastures. It's like Jinghua's leaving me.
Oh gosh, so sad.
Just
You're gonna come visit, right?
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Come
Now
to
that I really
Melbourne.
I have a reason and someone to visit in Melbourne now. So I'm excited about Jinghua's new opportunities in life.
Oh, you sound so excited.
Yeah.
You sound so sad.
Absolutely no. I'm so excited. Jinghua's leaving. Going to greener pastures. Who am I gonna dance with though? That's the real question.
That is the real
That
question.
really is the real. Who am I gonna dance with?
I feel like there are a lot of people in Shanghai who look like me, so you just gotta put an ad out. Be like, I'm recruiting a doppelganger for this. You know, show me like a video of your dance moves, and then you can replace me with some tiny Chinese butch. You're gonna have a great time.
I need a Chinese butch that looks similar
like me.
to Jinghua.
Like me.
So thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe, and if you like this video and want more of these type of videos, please thumbs up and comment below. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.